The palace at Godollo was the favorite of Sisi, the Empress of Austria. The palace lies about a half hour to 45 minutes outside of Budapest. Though the family home was in Vienna, this was where she could come to get away from it all. Out in the back were some lights that were going to look pretty spectacular at night, but our ticket did not include that and we were not going to get to see them. This is Sisi, said to be the most beautiful woman in Europe. Here are some pictures of Sisi.
She was always going on a diet. She was like a mother, very taller than me, and she was a beautiful lady, and she always wanted to stay slim. And she was always on a diet. Today we know that she had anorexia, and that was a serious condition. So she couldn't tolerate the smell of food. Therefore, they never cooked inside the royal palace. They cooked always outside. They just prepared the food for her here.
These are some scenes and pictures from inside the palace. Sisi has been the subject of many stories in Germany and Austria. Recently, PBS in the US aired a series based on her life. It was in German but with English subtitles. In an effort to help the Hungarians feel better about being ruled by Austrians, the kingdom was called Austria Hungary, and the empress and emperor of Austria, that is Franz Joseph and Sisi, were crowned king and queen of Hungary in a very formal setting.
So we could make an accurate painting. And you can see Franz Joseph and Sisi. Anyway, it's a typical dress in most of the movies. This dress is recreated, and you can see the almost exact copy of the famous Hungarian crown of Franz Joseph. Small bedroom at the places behind us. So on our route we will get there as well, but there is a specific route we have to take, and I'm not allowed to start over there. Once there was a big crowd, and I thought, I will cut it and start there. There are cameras everywhere, and immediately the guards appeared and nearly arrested me. Excellent horsemen. They were members of light cavalry. They could ride the horse extremely well. They were fighting with the sword. And you can see this typical dress, which is made of metal yarn. It looks beautiful, but on the other hand, it was a shield as well because of the metal. When they were in battle and used the sword, it was a kind of shield. And you can see the other typical accessories of a hussar. And it's a typical Baroque Roman Catholic church. He was Roman Catholic, just like the Habsburgs. And before the construction of the Royal Palace, there was a a Calvinist church here, so Protestant church. But he needed it for, to change it, and that church was demolished. But it was a good deal between him and the Calvinist church, because in return of it, he gave a plot, building material and money to build it up somewhere else. So it was not confiscated, but familiar as well, and by the royal couple, by Sisi and Franz Joseph as well. And 3 of these chairs, probably those 3, are original. from the 18th century. Of course, they restored them, but 3 of them original. So Mary Theresia may be set on it because once she visited this place. You can see a beautiful stove over there.